Okay, I just wanted to say quickly, to the extent that we have it right at all, why the healthcare corp, why private health insurers, why they sort of know they could get away with this type of thing. Why wouldn't it be caught? Why wouldn't it be stopped? You see, they know, they do, that like politicians, I mean, when I say politicians, I don't mean it negatively, like no, I mean like our president, like the political class. Their thing, like because I remember what Obama said, and to me, it made sense. But he said, "Well, what's happening? Look, is no one is. I didn't tell an untruth about. He's right. He didn't. He said, if you like your health insurance, you can keep it. I mean, he can't foresee these. I mean, just technically, no. We don't mandate. See, we don't mandate you to leave your health insurer. But like they're doing something, at least in my case, where it's as though that's what's happening. It's sort of like you fill in the blanks because you don't picture they're doing this kind of thing on purpose. The assumption one it sort of leaves in your mind is wait, there's like a way in which I'm being mandated into the public exchanges that's maybe they're just not explaining why, but it is mandating me. I mean, because it's so weird that they would drop. So it seems so strange they drop you as a customer. That like the only thing that would come to mind is that there's something in the Affordable Health Care Act that's mandating you to give up your insurance. I think Obama was telling the truth. I mean, he was saying, no, not re. I mean, no, you can't be. No, we're not going to mandate you to leave your health insurance. He's not. They're creating a situation where it seems that way. That's one of the things in that letter. It sounds like that. Like I said, it's worded very carefully to sound like that. But why do they think they can get away with this? Because, one thing you'd say, well, look, the political class on the left will catch this stunt, right? I mean, this is another abuse by gigantic private insurers. We'll just make people aware they're doing this and they can't, Well, the thing they would know is that, like, right, what did Obama say in his speech? I mean, explaining it to a large group of people in a speech, you want to make them aware of what's happening. Like, wait, he said, well, look, no one's being mandated to leave their health insurance, but what's happened is some folks have received threatening letters from their health insurer because they know they have to compete. And some folks are receiving threatening letters. That's the best sort of explanation you could give if you're like trying to speak to like a crowd of people in a speech. It's the only way they have of talking to people is in a speech. I mean, he can't give. You sort of have to give a bit of like a. There isn't really a way to talk to a large group of people, part of whom are like losing their health insurance, part of whom are being propagandized. I think the president lied. Like, he can't. There was accusing him of being sort of like a academically. He's not. No, I mean, he explains things very basically, but there wouldn't be really a way to explain this in a way like where you could deliver it in a speech or a statement in a soundbite or even really an interview. I mean, it's sort of partly because it's like that a lot of people don't know like what corporations like that are sort of capable of, but it does take a bit of explaining, and I don't think that's the relationship the public has to their elected officials. Like, I mean, the congressmen, like, they don't. How, if you try to picture it, like, how would the president explain such a strategy? Added to which, there's like a health insurance like lobby probably, and like they're probably they probably have a lot of like Republican congressmen in their pocket and stuff. Like, who knows what? But even to explain it, like, you can't do that. I mean, Obama doesn't speak in like elitist academic terms like they claim he does. No, like a political person, he sort of has to give the broad picture. But no, I mean, I can't think of a way anyone in the political class could explain it to a large group of people who, some of which are frightened, some of which are just lost, they think they're being dropped or they are being dropped. I mean, that's something that takes some explaining, and it's sort of speculative what they're up to. I don't know that you can't really picture a way of explaining that to people in a way that wouldn't be like giving a, I don't know how would you explain it to a large group of people who are like confused about what's happening and busy with other things. You have to sort of give the basics of it. They know that this like sort of strategy, that thing was written by real corporate lawyers. I mean, it's both threatening, it's clever, it's deceptive. It gives an impression of something. It is threatening. It's threatening. I mean, it is, but it's threatening in a way where they're also claiming they're sort of showing you. They go through all these explanations of what's a pre-existing condition. I mean, none of that really is relevant to what they're doing, but it's very well done. It was probably that it's a packet. See, when they were holding up those cancellation letters, it looked like they just got a letter. That's a maybe 12-page packet with all kinds of things in it, but none of them really, it all cloaks what it is. It's confusing, but it goes into things like it defines pre-existing condition. Like it's so filled with things that aren't necessary that you miss the point that they're just creating alarm in part of their customers, which would lead to a political backlash against there being affordable health care. And I don't think it's... You see, here's the thing. People say, well, look, affordable health care is in place. Well, I don't know what's going to happen when they're sending out packets like that. I'm not 100% sure. It's the kind of thing I said, a lot of times things happen where people can't believe what's happening. Like, what do you mean they're going to repeal health care? I mean, the assumption is no, it's already in place. Even John Boehner said, the Tea Party lost that battle. I mean, they did. Well, wait a minute, but is he aware of exactly what the private insurers like mine are doing, and how clever it is, how comprehensive it is, how threatening it is, how confusing it is? No. I mean, that, and given that they have lobbyists and lawyers, they probably have a handful of Republicans like in their corner. No. I mean, I think there is a danger there's a danger of it not moving forward. Let me put it that way. Whatever's in place, like, there's more to do. And they would be discouraging people from signing up. They'd be stopping it from moving forward. They'd be doing a bunch of things that harm people who need affordable health care. They may not be able to repeal the whole thing, but they'll do enough damage to make sure it doesn't move forward, is kind of what they're pulling.